Blog Talk Radio.
Hey, listen up. You could go listen to the same old boring radio. You know, the same 5 songs 50 million times a day. You could zone out to your favorite MP3 till can't get that ringing out of my head. I'm sure you heard all the drone podcast mumbo jumbo. I'm here to do my radio show. Don't you deserve more for your hard-earned money? On Teal Time Radio, you get entertainment value. We take pride in our shows and don't release junk you won't find anywhere else. So if you're a die-hard Jags fan like me, or a reality TV nut like my old lady, or a non-stop gamer like my son, you want the best entertainment your money can buy. Heck yeah! So give us a chance. We will make you laugh yourself right off your chair. And isn't that what life is about? Having a good time, listening to something you love. So sit back, relax, and have a cold one. And be sure to join us on Teal Time Radio, the only Wizard Media podcast app that really knocks your socks off. New stuff added nearly every day. Check back often. Guaranteed you won't find more content anywhere for under $2.
Hey, welcome to Teal Time Radio, hosted by CT Jags and the beautiful Miss Chrissy.
Hey guys, how are ya?
So anyway, today we're supposed to have the big old Gears of War on, and it looks like people are arriving late. If you're listening right now and you want to call in, the number is 917-889-7873. Be sure to call in, give your, review all around of Gears of War. I did a thing not too long ago on, the Overrun demo and whatnot. And since then, I played, a lot of games. Offhand, things that I've noticed that even with the update, you still can melee this person to death, and that's not the way, Gears of War was made. The whole fact of you can block a chainsaw with the sword, I'm not liking that too much. I love the free-for-all because, it's everybody versus everybody, and it's not, somebody getting ganged up by like 5 people. So, it brings more variety as far as the game. And I love the Overrun, except for I'm really upset that there's no boomers. I mean, how can you be, a bunch of bad guys and you don't have a boomer? He's like one of the, main guys, especially getting open gates and making, holes for other teammates to, go through. So I'm just trying to fill some time until people show up. Supposed to be a bunch of guests coming in, showing up. Once again, that number's 917-889-7873. And I think what it is just because it's Easter, and even though people were, wanting to do this and everything, things happen, family things at the last moment and everything. So, if there's anybody from the Epic forums or whatnot listening to this, I do apologize. It was supposed to be bigger than this right now, but it could just get off to a slow start, and then, we do better. Let's see here. I'm still trying to wake up. Do you have anything you'd like to add?
I personally like the Gears of War because I think it's cool when you're the ticker.
Yeah.
I like the ticker. I don't know why. I just like the ticker.
The only problem I have with the ticker, as I stated before, is even though if you hit the LB button, he's got the super speed for a second, and he does get past other things. If you know how to maneuver him right, it just takes him too long to blow up. Somebody could kick me if I'm the ticker in 2 seconds, and I blow up the minute I'm kicked for the most part. They kick, and then they shoot me, and I die, but I can't go bang right off the hand.
Right.
I got to go 1, 2, bang. That doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it doesn't.
And also, you know, with the, I forgot the name of it. The grenade launcher. The Bushika or something of that sort. I don't understand why it's a grenade launcher, yet the grenades bounce off people. And then when they explode, why they don't make a big explosion?
That makes no sense.
That doesn't make a huge sense to me.
That's dumb as anything.
Exactly. So I'm still waiting here. I'm waiting for people to show up. Probably late sleepers. All right. I think in the meantime we just may make a call here. Give opinion on
who are we gonna call?
Gears of War. All right. So let's make a call, and we're gonna call somebody random today.
All right.
Let's see if my buddy Green's up and give his opinion, even though he's probably going to be half asleep. That's all right. Then we do crazy stuff like that. I will say while we're waiting, though, the campaign's phenomenal. I like how they added the declassified parts of it. It does make it more interested, makes it more challenging and everything, and just makes it a blast to play. All right, so here we go. We're going to call Green. Sure, let's call him now. And let's see if he picks up.
I'll check. My eyes are watering.
All right. Don't mind her. She's still trying to wake up.
Yeah, my eyes are watering. Darn allergies.
Let's call. We're calling. See if he picks up. Hello.
Oh, hello.
You're on the
Hello.
radio. How you doing?
Who's this?
This
Hello.
is
Ray?
This isn't play. You're on the radio.
Oh my God, Ray! I'm gonna fucking kill your ass.
Well, that's good. But as I'm waiting on people to come in, I figured I'd give you a call because
I figured you was gonna call me or something. I said, this motherfucker's calling me on the radio.
Oh, by the way, you're being
You look at I love you, man. You look at I love you.
Nah,
yeah, when I'm thinking about the new Gears of War, they should have never took the Horde away.
They should have.
Because the campaign is great. The campaign is great. I love the campaign. But all the other stuff, nah, it's not great for it. That's my opinion of it. You should know that.
Well,
because I don't.
What do you think about the Bible taking over the Horde?
I hope they do good with it. I really do, man. You know, they need to do something with it. Because
go back to the drawing.
What's the name taking over for Horde? It sucks. It really does.
So you don't think the survival makes up for the Horde?
No, I don't think so, man. Survival really sucks. It really does.
Yeah, I'm not big on the overrun make it up for the beast either. If it's not broken, don't fix it.
That's right. But what I'm hearing the rumor is that the new Xbox, when it comes out, the new Gears is coming out with it. That's the new one they're talking about. And the same guy that did this one is going to do the next one. And we need to get everybody to tell them to bring the Horde back. That's what we need to do. Yeah, they need to bring the Beast back, too. I was talking before, prior to giving you a call, I was talking about how do you not have a Boomer in Beast? He's the guy that, sets up, everybody. That's right. That's true. That's true. I agree with you. You gotta have the Boomer. So what happened?
You know?
I mean, all this little survivor shit, sorry for cussing, but all this little survivor stuff, they can get rid of it because it's over. Oh, you got different, of course they're bringing out different map for it, but that'll make it fun.
Yeah.
Now they got this new Haven with the execution. You get killed once and you're done. They should not do it like that. They should at least let you keep playing it.
I mean, on a free-for-all, though, you can keep on respawning, which is everybody versus everybody. But the whole thing about it is a bunch of people, live and die by the Horde and live and die by the Beast. They just don't want to play the multiplayer like that. And, I mean, in my opinion, they took some of the fun out. I mean, you get rid of the Boomer and you get rid of, other things. I'm sure there's other guys that they got rid of that were fun, like the actual Berserker. I mean, I understand you got the Ranger, but the Ranger's not the Berserker. The Berserker's supposed to be the baddest, guy. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
And then on the Horde, the whole point of playing the Horde was do the different waves, but it wasn't like survival. It was, the main thing was you're fixing the weapons and it's giving people things to do, and now you're taking the things to do and you're saying, okay, now you survive these waves and you're good.
Yeah. I like the Horde. The Horde was a lot better.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I mean, the game's good. I mean, like I said, the campaign's phenomenal from what I've played anyway. So, you got anything more to add or no?
What you say, bro?
You got anything more to add or no?
Well, there's another thing they should have did to the game. The gun system. Instead of having 2 guns, they should have put the 3 guns back in it. And they should have kept it like the first. Like Gears 1 and 1, I like the way how they set it up with the grenades and stuff. You can click on with your D-pad, and because that's a lot better than the way you got to hold the LB, and you can't take it back. You got to throw it.
When I was tagging people, it took forever holding that LB and then hoping to hit them with B.
Yeah. It takes forever to do that. It's stupid. It really is.
Yeah,
they really messed up this game a lot. Like you said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But what they did, they broke it.
I mean, it's a great game in its own right, but that extra step just takes the fun away, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. There's some people that, just aren't good at sniping, and even the people that are good at sniping, it doesn't matter anymore because even with the update, they were supposed to take away the melee, and I could still run around and melee people all day.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not changed that much since the update.
That's what I don't like about it too much.
But
that's my opinion of the new one.
You got to admit the declassified missions are pretty sweet. In the campaign?
Mm-hmm.
As far as you got to beat it with a certain weapon, or you got to, it gives a challenge, which is great. But a lot of people don't play it just for the one player. Once you're done with the campaign, what do you do then?
You're done. You just got to keep playing the campaign over and over. Oh my God, what a beauty!
So
what a have. You caught me in the middle of something.
I caught you in the middle of something. Only on Teal Time Radio.
Nah, you didn't. I'm watching a movie.
Yeah, I hear you. So, what did you think of the
Gears of War? They need to really make a lot of change on it. I don't know how everybody else feel about it, but that's the way I feel about it. They need to. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And what they did, they fixed it too much of it.
That's why I said
Survival start.
I'll limit when I said it should be scrapped. They should scrap some of those things that they have in there that you guys don't like.
Yeah, well.
Go back to the beginning.
I mean, but
where the original Gears of War and put the things back in that you guys
like. Take like a couple minutes and really think for a second and tell me what really makes the Horde rather than and what they killed it with as far as survival. You played probably a bunch of both.
Mhm.
So what is the difference between Horde and survival? For anybody that hasn't played the old Gears.
Okay, what's the big difference between Horde and survival? Well, Horde, you can be able to kill a lot of the good. You can set yourself up, everything up properly. With the Survivor series, you really can't do anything much to it.
So it's basically just bare bones.
Yep.
Yeah, that kind of does kill the whole thing about it. So. Wow, you're so talkative. You just like quit talking. You still there?
I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to do two things at once. The difference between Horde and survival is Horde is a more intense match. Survival is a joke. That's what I think about it. Because you can invest a lot more in Horde than you can do in survival series. Big time.
Like as far as fixing weapons or...
What'd you say?
As far as fixing weapons or... Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I missed the last question. What was the last question?
Okay, as far as like repairing weapons, or are you talking about jumping into silverback, or what are you talking about? As far as you can do more.
Oh, let's see. Let me think real good on this one. Okay. See, Horde is always a tense match because you never know what you're going to get at any time in Horde. It's the same thing as the Survivor, but Survivor, how can I put it away? It's a joke. To me, it's really a joke because you got to defend. You got to defend these territories the same day as Horde, but you get more stages in Horde than you get in Survival Series. You only get 3 stages. You only get 3 stages in Survivor Series. Well, Horde you get 50.
Right.
That's a lot better.
So it's a bunch of different levels then?
Did we lose you?
Hello? Green. I think we lost them.
Hey, did we lose you?
Oh no, folks, we lost our caller. That wasn't nice.
Hey, we lost our caller. We're going to try to see if we get her back on.
I think he's busy, huh?
So, see here.
9 o'clock in the morning. I don't know, I'm just saying. The reason I'm saying it's 9 o'clock in the morning is, like, who can we call? You know what I'm saying?
Well, the weather was supposed to be
That's why I was saying that.
a bunch of people coming on, but
Easter and things happen, you know.
So I give it a little bit. You still there? Okay, it looks like we lost our caller.
Oopsie.
Things happen.
What are you gonna do?
Exactly. This looks like we're making a Gears disaster series right now. I can assure you there were supposed to be a bunch of people here though.
Yeah.
They're probably just running late and everything. So, I mean, I gave my take on a few things. I mean, team deathmatch is still team deathmatch. You know, the execution is nice, but you know that should have just been included in the game. The thing that really just bothers me, though, to be honest, is the fact that you pay for the VIP, but there's nothing there. I mean, there was something there like 3-4 days later, to give you a couple extra matches, but you should have had it from the get-go. I mean, you pay an extra $20-$30, you should have maps
right from the beginning.
Right from there. And the fact that you got to wait on something you've already paid for is kind of ridiculous, in my opinion. So
I agree with you 100%, because you know what? If you pay for something, it's right. It should be there right then and there.
So if any of the people that are showed late don't know how to reach us, it's 917-889-7873. This is a slow start to the game and whatnot. Let me see if I can call somebody else and let's see if I get another opinion real quick. I think what it is when people said 9 a.m. they might have thought 10 because some people are in different time zones.
Yeah, we
too.
Think of that.
So they might be thinking it actually shows up at 10, and if by that time if there's no one there, we might just cut it short and just try at a different time. I mean, in other news, as far as our radio show, other than today, we're doing pretty well. We went from, hardly any views in February. We've 6 times, the original amount in March. We have a lot of things coming up in April, especially for your Jags fans. We're going to try to do as many shows as we can in the month of April. Along with, we still got our Lizard Lick thing going on, TNA, and, of course, our Happy Hour Crazy show.
Every Friday night.
We actually could have done it yesterday, too, because I had some friends of mine that were out of their mind. We could have done it last night, but...
Oh, boy, we would have had fun. We should have. We didn't even think of it.
Well, I didn't want to do it too many times in a row, because people would just get, bored of it and whatnot.
True. We don't want to make people bored.
So while we're doing this, I'm gonna have we're gonna cut over a little, and I'm gonna have the beautiful Chrissy over here talk a little about her experience with BioShock while I'm waiting on people to come in and whatnot. All right, so here's Chrissy, and gonna do a little segment on how she likes BioShock, and if anyone's never played it, explain what's going on.
Oh, I love BioShock. It's a lot of fun. You start out on this, I don't know what it's called, what do you call that? Oh, boy.
Like a roller coaster?
My brain just went south.
Like a roller coaster? Or?
No, for the ships.
In the air?
No. The things for the water, for the boats. Oh, my God, I can't believe it, folks. My brain just went totally... See, I'm still not awake yet.
Okay, so you start off in the water
with,
first, boats.
No, it's like a light tower for the boats, for the boats.
Okay, so you start off in the light tower.
Yeah, and then from there, you get in this chair, and you get blasted up in the air, and you get into the ship, and you've got to fight all these different people.
Okay, and
So now you're up in the air, not in a ship, but it's like all like houses and stuff up in the air floating. And you gotta jump, you gotta take the thing.
So you're like up in the clouds and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. And you gotta hop from house to house, but you gotta take these special hooks and hook yourself and just like go from wherever you gotta go. It's a lot of fun. It's a real lot of fun. I've enjoyed it so far. I've gotten pretty far.
What are some of the great things you've done?
Let me say.
Done in the game and everything.
I managed to save the girl out of a tower, and she was like in some kind of dark tower. I got her out of there, and we were on a beach. We woke up on a beach, her and I, because we fell out of the air. We ended on a beach. So now we're on regular land. And as we're on the beach, we're walking around, and we're supposed to look for these different objects. So her and I are walking along, and then all of a sudden, she disappears. The bad guys come and take her. So I have to go find her, and I'm in the middle of the process of looking for her. She was screaming for me, help, help. And I was trying to get to her, but just couldn't get to her. So that's basically where I left off so far. But like I said, you should really check it out. It's a lot of fun.
Okay, but what kind of weapons do you have to work with and stuff like that?
You get guns, but you have to find your guns. You don't just get handed guns. And as you're killing people, like as I'm killing the bad guys, I'm taking their guns. So every time I kill somebody, I can take their gun if I want. She has this one special, I forgot. She got this one special power where she can make things like, it's called a tear, and she tears it and it comes into reality. So one of the things was a box with medical stuff. So if I get hurt, I can go over to tell her, make the box come into life, tear it out of the fakeness, reality, I don't know, bring it into reality. And once you get it into reality, you can take out the medical and use it. So I'll do that, or sometimes weapons, different stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, we really enjoy it. I haven't really played that much. I've got to play again, hopefully. Let's see, what else do we do? There's different things you have to do. Different bad guys you got to kill. One of them looks like they're Nazi people. I'm not sure. It looks like some kind of Nazi or some kind of Klan or something.
What's your number?
Because they have stuff up on the walls, and it's crazy. I really enjoyed it, but so far, like I said, I'm at the beach level, and I was getting on an airship, so I haven't gotten very far. Hopefully I'll be able to come back and give you a little more on it, like I said, the further I get into it. Hopefully we're going to get back to talking about Halo. Oh, boy. I told you guys, I'm still not awake. Gears of War. Oh, my gosh. Don't mind me. And, have some more information.
All right, well, I'll call you now.
All right, well, I guess we're going to get another caller. All right. You got another caller?
Yeah, I have somebody else I'm going to give a quick call out to.
Oh, good. I told him I can't
give him. This is my buddy Venom.
Oh, we're going to call our friend Venom. He's a real nice guy.
I don't think they care if he's a real nice guy or not.
But he is. I told him I can't tell him too much because unfortunately I haven't played enough of the game to really be able to tell him a whole lot yet.
Yeah, I hear you. But
hopefully when I get more into it and better at it, I'll have more to tell you.
All right, so here we go. We're going to make another call. This is not going as originally planned, but we're doing the best we can for right now. So.
Hello?
Yes, this is Venom.
Yes, it is.
Hey, what's going on, Venom?
What's up, man?
Not much, man. We're doing a little Gears of War review, and just want to know what you think of the game as far as the campaign and as far as the multiplayer, and what improvements could you think that they made, and what did they break?
They broke the multiplayer, definitely. I didn't really care for it all that much. The campaign was nice, but the multiplayer, I lost interest in it.
Well, how did they break it, though?
Well, for one, they took out Horde. That was one of my favorite things.
But they have survival. Is survival not like Horde?
No, not to me. It isn't. It's not nearly as good.
Yeah, Green was saying before you have the different levels, and now you just have a few waves, and it's just not worth it anymore.
No, it's not. Like I said, I enjoyed playing the campaign. I'll play that over and over. But as far as multiplayer, really don't care for it. I've only played when people have asked me to play with them. Otherwise, I really don't mess with it.
Oh, I hear you. Well, I played a free-for-all, which is every man for himself, and it's not bad, but it could be a melee fest. And I literally went around with the chainsaw and cut 10 people up. I mean, the chainsaw ain't bad, but I mean, when it's the melee, everybody's, melee and it takes the whole fun of, shooting each other out of the whole equation. So.
Well, it's become a boxing match.
Yeah,
basically that's what it is. Everybody running around swinging on each other.
That's a good analogy, man. Real good analogy.
Well, that's how it feels to me.
I mean, so you're mad that the Horde's gone. I mean, I feel the same with the Beast. Like I was stating before, you don't have a Boomer who's the setup guy for the Beast. It doesn't make it. I mean, I understand the Locusts are more powerful, but the Boomer should still be it. There's no excuse. Same thing with the Berserker. You have the Rager, but the Berserker was the main dude. You don't make the Mauler the main. The Mauler is not like the Berserker.
Nah, not even close.
Exactly. And, so I have my complaints about the Beast. I mean, well, what do you like about the campaign?
I just love the story, man. I've always been a Gears fan, and I'm mainly campaign anyways. I don't, I just recently got into multiplayer, but
well, you
I
got
prefer something. Huh?
Due to the Horde, correct?
There's a what?
Due to the Horde, right?
Yeah.
And then they killed the Horde, and now you're like, all right, well, I don't want to play the multiplayer no more.
Yeah. Well, Beast Mode too. I mean, I like the Beast Mode too, but I mean,
they killed that too.
They killed that too. It has a whole different feel to it now. It's not the same.
I mean, I understand the competitive nature and everything, but it's not. It took the fun away. It's like they were trying to make, Gears of War into Call of Duty, and they're not even close.
Nah, I don't even play Call of Duty.
Yeah, I don't either. So.
You get kills too quick in that game. It's not fun for me.
Yeah, it's like a lot of things are like one hits and that's it. So.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching a friend of mine play the other night, and he pistol shot this guy who was coming through the doorway. All you saw was his shoulder, and he's already dead.
That's crazy.
That to me is not fun. That's like Gears, Halo. I mean, you actually have to put some effort into killing somebody.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point.
Well, it's not the challenge ain't really there the way it used to be.
So, what do you think of the declassified missions? Before I let you go, I know you ain't got much time.
That I liked. That was actually an improvement because it added to the campaign. It gave you more things to worry about, more things to do. No, that was a good step.
Well, it's the same thing with the Aftermath, right? For the most part?
Yeah. Pretty much.
So it looks like they focused on the campaign and they tried to add their own flavor to the multiplayer and it failed epic. I mean, I hate to use that word, but I mean that's the reality.
No, it's a fail. That's definitely a fail. I was expecting more from it, not less.
Exactly. If it's not broken, why fix it? And the whole thing, the other gripe I had was on, you pay the extra $20 for the VIP, and you didn't have anything for what, 4 or 5 days?
Yeah, pretty much.
You just said.
I mean, you got to at least offer up something right away. I understand having to wait for some of it, but I mean, I'd like to have something when I first put the money down.
Exactly, rather than just, skins. Skins are nice, but if they don't do nothing, they're just cosmetic.
Yeah, that's all it is. I mean, there may be 1 or 2 skins that I'll buy, but as far as getting all of them, I don't see the point. I barely pay attention to my gun when I'm playing.
Exactly. It's not like the one gives you more power or one, gives you more speed or something. If that were the case, then it would make the game a little more strategic. I mean, it would make it unfair for people that don't have it. But I mean, if they set up rooms for, if you have the skins, you can play with other people that have the skins. Where if people don't, then they just play the normal one.
Right. Yeah, it's like you said, it's just cosmetic. There's really no point to it.
I understand. All right, anything you want to add before I let you go? Because I know you're pressed on time.
No, that's about it.
All right, thank you for your time, Venom. You have yourself a good day, sir.
You too, man.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. Let's see if we make another phone call real quick. Let's see if somebody else is on. I think what happened was the one that was heading the show, as far as like getting people together and whatnot. I think he had internet issues and other people probably forgot. So it happens sometimes. We're still new and everything, and sometimes you got to get kinked out and whatnot. So we're doing the best we can. Still no excuse though. But as far as what I played, I like the free-for-all. I think it's a fantastic mode. It evens the playing field and whatnot. And, I like the different weapons across the levels as far as, you had different weapons in the last game, but in this one it feels like you've got more weapons to choose from as far as variety and everything. And that's awesome. All right, let's try one more call, though I don't think he's going to pick up because it's early in the morning. But let's try here. See if he picks up. Let's see if he picks up.
Hello?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, is Poppy in?
Yeah, hold on.
All right.
What's up, Ray?
Hey, what's going on, Poppy?
Not much. What's going on, buddy?
We're on Chill Time Radio.
Oh, okay. I'll just...
Again. We're doing the thing on Gears of War, and it's not turning out as expected. The people that were supposed to be here are not here. I've called some people, so I'm gonna ask for your review on the overall game. Like I explained to the other ones, the other two I called.
Right.
Venom and Green.
Mm-hmm.
That what do you think is good about the game, and what do you think that they killed?
Well, I think the whole game is really good. For them adding the second part to the game is good. So what I'm into now is playing the second part of.
Okay, so you're talking about the aftermath.
Yes, it's
Okay.
really nice. They just added a lot of new stuff to it, and I like it. It's real nice. It's they killed it on like I said, the aftermath. I love that. It's nice. It's giving people more of more options and more things to do in the game. When you think it's over, it's not. You got aftermath to play.
Okay, and I take it that's pretty big.
Yes, it is.
I haven't got there to play it yet. I work a lot, you know that.
Yes.
Now as far as the multiplayer, what do you think? You think they broke some things?
Well, I mean, they took away Horde.
So you don't think Survival's Horde?
I don't think Survival is Horde. No. I think Horde was the best part of the game of Part 3 anyway. Horde. Everybody played Horde. And I don't think Survival is Horde. I think so. I've not played too much online on multiplayer, and but like I said, I'm finishing the campaign and stuff, but I have not played too much online on multiplayer, except for some in survival.
So you were playing some free-for-all with me last night.
Yes, I like that. It's something new. That part is something new. I like the new maps also that they came out with that's free. It gave people some extra maps to receive, and they're free. I like that.
And while I agree there, and I think that's awesome that they did it, I'm still waiting for my VIP stuff.
I understand, and that's outrageous because I mean, if you spend $20 and you haven't got anything yet, something is wrong. Now that's a thumbs down on that. You know what I mean? The VIP pass.
Yeah,
but it gives you an option to wait.
It seemed like they were spending a lot of time on the campaign, which is great. It's a phenomenal, campaign as far as what I played.
Right.
However, it looked like they tried to water down the multiplayer to their own version, and it was, I'm not going to use the word epic again, but it was an immediate fail.
Yeah. Right.
I'm sure it turned off a lot of people because, like you said, the main thing was Horde. When you looked at Gears of War 3 and you looked at the rooms and you compared the numbers, the main one people were playing were either Horde or Beast.
Right.
Overrun and Survival is not even close.
It's not even close. That's right. That's what people really played in Part 3 is Horde and Overrun. Yeah.
Horde and Beast.
And Beast, I'm sorry, but but Overrun is in this game is. I mean, when they came out with the demo, Overrun was the main part of the game. They think they killed on it, but I think it's a fail because I mean. I really don't even play Overrun.
I do, but it gets boring fast because once you have a good team and you figure out how to get in, there's just no challenge involved. Where Beast was, you had all these different waves.
Yes. And it had a challenge involved. It's a challenge.
Exactly, and it wasn't live versus live people because, I mean, live versus live isn't bad, but when it's the computer knows how to, rearrange their guys and get the guys in sync. And it's just more challenging. The Beast to me was more challenging than the Overrun.
Yes.
And the Horde, the main thing I noticed about the Horde was it was about fixing your weapons and preparing as much as it was fighting.
Right.
And with survival, from what I'm understanding, it's not like that anymore.
No, it's not. It really ain't. But overall, the game in campaign, I like it. But as in multiplayer, there's some things that I do like in multiplayer, but I'm not getting into it right now. Unless they do add some different stuff in with the VIP pass.
Yeah, I mean I don't know. I think maybe they rushed the multiplayer, or they wanted to rechange it because it feels more like a Call of Duty, and I'm not a big Call of Duty fan.
I'm not either. Well, I'm a Call of Duty fan, but Call of Duty is beginning to be the same. So, and I thought, well, Gears of War has changed up, but and it's beginning to be like Call of Duty, the one-on-one and the things we played last night, you know.
Yeah, the free-for-all.
Yeah, the free-for-all. That's what we played last night. And
but how many times did we see people just melee people to death?
Yeah, I've seen a lot. I mean, I seen it last night and some, and I understand that a lot of people. Last night when we played it last night, I seen a lot of people just stuck with one weapon. You know what I mean? And that's the Gnasher, and they use the Gnasher and the bombs. I mean, give people a lot more. You know, I like the new guns in Gears of War, but
I mean, I like how they got different, more variety spread out across the maps, and I like how the maps are bigger and you can drop down on people.
Yeah,
I think that was a heck of a job.
Yes, it
but
was.
At the same time, when you make the maps bigger and then you make more, it ain't like hiding places, but it's just you make it more difficult to maneuver around. If you're gonna get bigger maps, at least make them easier to get through.
Yeah, and as far as how they kill you now is from behind. You know, I had a lot of deaths from people just coming up behind me. You know, and that's because of the maps are bigger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, the main thing that bothered me was with. Whether it's the Gnasher, whether it's the sword off or whatever, you know, if you shoot somebody in the head, they should die.
Right.
They should not back up and get another shot. If you shoot them in the head, they should die.
Right. But you know, you still got your same cheaters out there that's modded and everything else, but you know, but you got to deal with that in some games.
Well, yeah, but that's a lot better than, you know, on PlayStation.
Yes,
everything's open and a lot more glitches.
Right. So.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not necessarily going to say it's a glitch. It just might be, you know, something in the game where they, you know, try to make it, you know, more compelling. But if you shoot somebody in the head, they should die. I mean,
they should die. There's no. I mean, if you shoot somebody multiple times, they should die. But
I mean, you see how many times I shot him with the, you know, sword up right in the face,
right,
and they just bounce back like no big deal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna melee you to death now.
Right. Well, overall, I think they did a pretty good job on the campaign, and like I said, if they add more to it and the multiplayer on the VIP pass, it'd be nice. It'd be a good game. Real good game.
What they should do, just my opinion, they need to shut down like certain modes, even if it's for a couple hours, and just redo them.
Right.
like recode them or whatever. I understand coding's a lot of work and everything, but if they want, you know, the franchise to last and not to turn people off, that's what they need to do.
Right. That's
like
exactly.
They need to, you know, if you're going to keep Overrun, that's fine, but change it to more of a Beast mode than Overrun, because there was nothing wrong with Beast to begin with.
Right.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's right.
And the same thing with Horde. They should just scratch the survival and go Horde 2.0 or maybe Beast 2.0, and maybe keep the survival and Overrun for people that want to do that mode. But you know, you need to add the Horde back and you need to add the Beast, or you're going to lose. I don't know. You're going to lose based on the numbers I was seeing on Gears 3. With Horde probably being the most played. You know, of them all. I mean, Team Deathmatch has a lot of players, don't get me wrong, but Horde has a hell of a lot.
Right.
Every time I seen Horde, there was at least 30,000, 50,000 people playing at once.
Right.
So
the numbers are definitely a lot lower than it was with Gears 3.
Of course, and that's just because they just wanted to change it to their variation, and sometimes you change things to your variation, it doesn't work.
Right. And when you change companies like they did for this one, you know, you got to look at it, because when Gears 3 came out, I went to the midnight release for Gears 3.
Yeah.
It was hundreds of people there. I mean, hundreds. I mean, they had the Hooters girls there. They had food. They had big screen TVs outside, and they had just a lot of activities going on at Gears 3. But when you change companies like they did, you know, and I understand most people do have to do that. You know, it carries down your fan base. Like I've seen at this midnight release, everybody basically, you know, everybody was outside and it was hundreds of people there. This one, I seen barely 100 people there.
Yeah, well, that's because they changed so much, and
yes.
I mean, if you're going to go with a new company, that's fine. If you're going to change the game, that's fine. But why don't you take some of the elements of Bulletstorm that made that a good game,
right,
and add it into Gears? Why don't you put areas where it's like you know, kind of adds to it like a Mortal Kombat thing. If you go in a certain area, you get electrocuted, or you go on fire. I mean, just to add things.
Yes.
And use what you as developers, you know, are good at. Like with Bulletstorm, they were good at, you know, you can kick somebody into, you know, an electric fence, or, you know, into, you know, a tree full of thorns or something.
Right.
Now, I understand Gears of War is not Bulletstorm, but if you have the developer take over it, at least add their own flair to it. Adding your own flair to it is not changing the modes that work into what you believe will work, and it failed.
You're right. Right. I mean, that they need to care. They should have, you know, I don't know what they should have done, but
Bulletstorm, regardless of the ending, you know, was a good game.
Yes.
And it's the same makers from Bulletstorm. Then why can't they add their own things that made Bulletstorm popular to, you know, to re-up it in Gears, just like Halo did?
Right.
That's what I don't understand. Plus, you take the two most important things other than the DNBOs, which people are mad about too.
Right.
And the Locust versus Locust. That didn't make sense either.
Right. It didn't. So.
You know, Overrun would have been better if it was Locust versus Locust.
Right. It would have.
You know, because then everybody would have been in an even playing field, and people wouldn't be bitching, well, you know, the Locusts are more powerful, and whatnot, and that's probably why they didn't include a boomer, which is a setup guy to me to get into areas.
Right.
But if you got to worry about the boomer and you got to worry about and then you have the tickers to worry about along with the wretches and the centipede, that and like I mentioned before, the Rager, from what I'm hearing from everybody, the Rager, is good, but it's not the Berserker, and the Molar is not a Berserker. It's not even close.
Right. Yep.
I don't understand how the Molar, who's slow as heck, is so powerful now, and the Berserker, who is nuts, just disappeared.
Right. Yeah, and in the last game, the Berserker was the main character, seemed like, and they emphasized a lot of the work onto it, and the Molar. It's outrageous how they done pumped him up. His power is more than it was in the last game. And in this one, I feel like he's a little bit faster than he was.
Are you kidding me? He wasn't shit.
No, he was nothing in the last game. I mean, you can shoot. I mean, you can actually take him down a whole lot quicker than you can now. I mean, you gotta continually unload 2 clips into a Molar. Come on now.
And Molar wasn't even a main character.
It wasn't.
I mean, if you had what's the dude's name?
Who is it?
The dude that had the krill and whatnot. What was his name? It's early in the morning, so.
Yes, it is, and I just woke up.
Same here.
I can't remember his name. I really can't.
General Chow. but the general, if that was the main dude, then that's understandable. He's a badass.
Yes, he is.
But the Molar is nobody.
Right.
I don't understand. And I mean, going back to the whole, if you play Bulletstorm, if you add it into gears where, if there's a train, you press a button and people are fighting, and then you could get multiple kills that way by having pressed a button and have the train come run them over or something, then that would be, that would be a little different than Gears, but that would be fun. But they changed so much.
And a lot of people is as I'm looking is saying, bring back the Krill and the Berserkers on this one. A lot of people are saying that.
Bring back the Locusts versus Locusts. A lot of people like to be the bad guys.
Right. That's right.
Bring back the actual repairing in the Horde. The Horde was more than just surviving. To me, the Horde was more of, preparing for a fight. It was like feeling like real war. You prepare to go to war. You prepare to, these people coming.
Right.
So you work as a team to get everything right. And from what I'm understanding, survival, you're just waiting for freaking waves.
Yep. That's all you're doing.
And they took, the repair to, as far as like getting huge ribbons and medals out and things. And what I don't get is if you played the beta early, right? And we already talked about the bot stuff, GameStop issue, whether it was Microsoft Epic or, GameStop.
Right.
That messed up. But last time, if you played the beta, you got the beta medal. This time you have to buy a pass for $20 in order to have a medal. Why don't you have it for the playing the beta or the pre-release?
That's something they took out also.
They took out a bunch of things that should have never been taken out of. And with the new publisher, they could have added some things from Bulletstorm, especially if they're not planning on doing another Bulletstorm anytime soon and they're taking over the whole Gears. Then incorporate some of the great things from Bulletstorm into it. Like, I remember the first time I hit that button and that freaking train, destroyed like 5 guys. That was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Or running into the electric fences, and there's so much great things in Bulletstorm. Why can't you add it to the Gears of War, just to give it extra element?
Right. But don't make it too cartoonish.
Well, see, to me, Bulletstorm really wasn't, cartoon. It had an arcadey feel to it, but when you're playing multiplayer anyway, it's an arcade.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Well, thank you for yawning on the radio.
Well, thank you, sir. It is 10 o'clock, and I went to bed at 5.
I know, I was in bed like 4:35 myself. Chris, as a matter of fact, was yelling at me, why do I have to get up? So, yeah, I'm still waiting for people. If anybody showed up late, that number is 917-889-7873. You're welcome to call in, add your input, give you a review or whatever. It was supposed to be bigger than it actually is. Ask Poppy here. Didn't I tell you we were supposed to have a bunch of people? I don't know what happened. I think Leo's internet cut out, and that's the whole issue.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a big one.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like at least freaking, from what I understood, like 20, 30 people. And for some reason, well, that's how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you plan things and then you turn around and, we're doing the best we can. I mean, that's just, bottom line. I don't even see Leo on at all. Or any of us. So, and it could be because it's Easter.
Right. Right.
So I guess I'll just have you talk for another 5 minutes, and then when that's over, well, I'll give it another 5-10 minutes. People show up, they show up. If they don't, then I could always reschedule it for an hour later.
Right.
I think considering what we had to work with, I think it came out pretty good and everything.
Uh-huh.
People have to understand if things happen sometimes, and it wasn't unorganization. It was just power cut out in certain areas too. There were storms last night, so.
Right. I mean, I understand they brought back the Berserker. I've seen the Hammer of Dawn once last night, but it's not in gameplay. They brought in a new character. It's a lot of things they did. A lot of things that they did.
But I mean, I think they competed to as far as getting the campaign right. I think they did a heck of a job. They added a lot of things and everything to it. The declassified missions are awesome, but on the multiplayer they rushed it.
Yeah.
Or they figured, well, this wasn't working, let's try our own style, and instead of adding the things that work from their games that they're popular at, they turned around and, tried to change things. But, I mean, it's just like with the maker of the Burnout doing the Need for Speed series. People will say the same thing. It just doesn't, you change it into your own flavor, but you take away the originality out of it, and you just killed it.
Right. That's the truth.
And I think that's what the game makers really need to think about. If you're going to take over for somebody, you don't take the variations of what people are used to and just add your own thing without even, thinking about, the fan base and what they're accustomed to.
Right. And we were accustomed to a lot of the beast mode. We know how to play that, A lot of people do like to play that.
Well, it's just like with the Call of Duty series. If the Call of Duty was taken over by somebody else and you took away your, one kill things, you'd have a lot of Call of Duty fans pissed off.
Right. Yes. Yep.
So, I mean, the whole multiplayer thing to me was the Horde and the Beast, and when Gears 3 came out, and now I understand this is supposed to be prior to Gears 3, but if this is prior to Gears 3, then how come you got weapons you didn't have, in the future in this one, and then at the same time you have, people that, his name was General Ram. You don't have General Ram, but he led the E-Day.
Right. He led the Krill too, so.
Exactly. You don't have the Krill. What happened to the Krill?
Yeah.
Why is the beast mode automatically taken out?
I feel that if Judgment is a prequel, the Krill should be in it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why is the silverback in some things but not in others?
Right. Why is the I can't remember the name of it. But they are in a lot of the campaign also.
Okay, but who are they?
I'm trying to remember what they are. The things with that the bad guy rides on. I done forgot the name of them.
Brumok?
No, not the Brumok. They're the smaller ones of the Brumok. I've seen a lot of them in the campaign. I'll remember their names in a minute.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I've seen Lambits for the first time last night. I haven't seen any Lambits until now.
Exactly. But but if you go back to Gears 1, what made Gears 1, big was, the fact that you had the duck and hide system, which everybody used a sniper rifle.
Right.
You had the maps where they were big, but they weren't huge, but they were a lot of fun to play.
Right.
And if you're going to go back prior to E-Day, which is 1, right?
Yeah.
Well, then you're going to add elements from there. You've got the Bushaka or whatever it's called, the grenade launcher. I don't understand how a grenade. I'm sorry, if I'm using a grenade launcher and I shoot a grenade at you, it's not bouncing off you. I don't care how you look at it. It's not bouncing at you. The minute it hits you, you're dead.
You're right.
The explosions ain't even that big on it. I don't understand how you have a grenade launcher, but it's not one of the most powerful weapons out there.
Right. I really don't use that gun, so.
I know, but I've used it many times, and I watch grenades bounce off people. I'm like, oh, that's wonderful. But I know if I have a grenade launcher in real life, which I can't afford one, but if I could, and I shot, I went to shoot somebody with it, I'm sure if it hit them, they blow up.
Right. Right.
Okay, and another thing, if this is prior to, the E-Day, prior to Gears 1, okay,
right.
with the tickers, right? How come the tickers now have super speed, but before they were slower?
Right. And they can dodge you more. A lot of people go with the kick of the tickers. These things dodge the hell out of you right now on this game.
Yeah. Somebody could kick the ticker and then shoot him, and he dies instantly. But if you hit the B button for the ticker, right, to blow up, it takes like 3 seconds for him to blow up. How does that make sense? I'm sorry, you can shoot me in 1 second, but it takes me 3 seconds to blow up.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think the main thing is they made a fantastic campaign.
Yep.
The declassified missions add to the variety and make it, so you want to play the campaign. But in this day and age, everybody's playing multiplayer, and you take the 2 top multiplayer modes, which are Beast and Horde, you basically revamp them into garbage. Because after playing 5 games of Overrun, I don't care what map you play on, you're bored as tears.
Right.
Or you feel like you're just getting the shaft because your teammates ain't working with you, and it looks like you're putting in all this work and they're doing nothing.
Yeah, that's right.
And then the horde thing, they changed it to survival, but the whole point in Horde was to prepare for, the next thing coming and to work as a team and repair things.
Right.
And now it's just, okay, here comes the next wave. It just took the whole element out of it.
Right.
So, what in closing, what would you like to say about the aftermath?
I would say that the aftermath is, and you would have to think that the whole game is supposed to be a prequel, but I don't think the whole game is the prequel. The aftermath is in question, but the aftermath, I like it. I like the aftermath. They give you some extra gameplay and campaign. And see, that's what I'm really all about, is the campaigns. I really don't play games to play multiplayer anymore. But Aftermath is outstanding. I like it. I really do.
What makes it so great, though?
It is the prequel to the actual campaign. That's what I believe. You know what I mean? It's the prequel to the actual campaign that's on Gears of War Judgment.
Oh, there you go.
Mhm.
So who's your favorite character playing? And are the skins worth buying, or are they just...
Oh, yeah. You know who my favorite is. Cold Train. That's my favorite. Cold Train is my favorite to play with.
Yeah, I like Cole, too.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people using Anya, though, probably because she's faster.
Anya, she's a whole lot faster than most of them, I would understand that. If you, that's in game, that's in multiplayer again, But I love my Cold Train.
Oh, I hear you. All right, man. Well, thank you for taking time. We're probably just going to take a break, and I'm going to have to decide if we're going to continue or not. I still don't see Leo. I don't see anybody here. If anybody's listening, you're welcome to call in 917-889-7873. And thank you for your time, Poppy. You have yourself a happy Easter.
All right, you too, my brother.
All right, take care.
I appreciate the radio time.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, so before we, pause for a Chill Time Radio advertisement, I will say this. As far as the campaign, phenomenal. The Aftermath adds to the whole game from what I'm hearing. I will have more on that in detail in probably the upcoming weeks as I play it. And we'll go more deeper into the campaign and whatnot. As far as the multiplayer, it's broken. Fix it. Somebody fix this multiplayer because it's broken. The Beast, change the Beast 2.0. Change the coding. Do whatever you need to do to fix the game. The Horde, the survival's not cutting it. The free-for-all's fine. you're welcome to add some of your elements to, Bulletstorm as long as you don't make it cartoonish. I mean, you could add, little buttons here, do certain things to kill people. That would be fun. But the overrun gets boring. The survival isn't the same as Horde. The team deathmatch is the same, but the melee effect is ridiculous. The extra button for the bombs is just it's just too much work involved, and just simple, throwing grenades. I mean, that's, simple as that is. As you're running, you're holding the LB, you're holding the A to run, and then you got to tap the B before somebody shoots you with the Nasher, which the Nasher is too damn powerful, and the Bazooka, which is a grenade launcher, bounces off people. So, like I said, the multiplayer is broken. Update it, fix it, if you want, more people to play the game. I mean, that's just the bottom line to it. All right, I'm going to go to a commercial now, and when I come back, maybe talk a little more if I can find out what happened to my buddy and what happened to what was going on here. And otherwise, I'm just going to cut it short. And anyone who spent time listening, thank you so much. We're doing the best we can with the limited amount to work with here. I think kind of Easter and everything got messed up, and it kind of storms. Thank you, Mother Nature, for ruining my show. All right.
Hey, listen up. You could go listen to the same old boring radio. The same 5 songs 50 million times a day. You could zone out to your favorite MP3 till can't get that ringing out of my head. I'm sure you heard all the drone podcast mumbo jumbo. I'm here to do my radio show. Don't you deserve more for your hard-earned money? On Teal Time Radio, you get entertainment value. We take pride in our shows and don't release junk you won't find anywhere else. So if you're a die-hard Jags fan like me, or a reality TV nut like my old lady, or a non-stop gamer like my son, you want the best entertainment your money can buy. Heck yeah! So give us a chance. We will make you laugh yourself right off your chair. And isn't that what life is about? Having a good time, listening to something you love. So sit back, relax, and have a cold one. And be sure to join us on Teal Time Radio, the only Wizard Media podcast app that really knocks your socks off. New stuff added nearly every day. Check back often. Guaranteed you won't find more content anywhere for under $2.
Okay, we're back. Back with this Gears of War-a-thon that hasn't popped out the way it has. So basically, like the game's multiplayer, with the exception of the guest and everything, it seems like this show had a good idea, was intended to be more popular and everything, but is broken. Due to the fact of the people that were supposed to show, for some reason, are not showing and whatnot. I think it might be the whole, in order to stream, you have to have a Facebook account. One buddy mentioned that, and some people just don't like Facebook. I'm not sure what the whole ordeal is. Or people can't call long distance, or whatever the case may be. But I really don't have much to add that I haven't, already talked about as far as Gears of War. The show is probably went longer than it should have due to the fact of I should have, from the get-go just botched it and rescheduled it till something else could go on. I know the one that was organizing and helped organize it, internet cut out and whatnot, and there's been issues. But those who have seen the show, Thank you so much, and we'll develop better content. I mean, this is only our second month. Things take time. Officially our second month as of tomorrow. But we tried our best, and we're doing the best we can. We're going to have more content for you soon. And like I said, to all them Jag fans out there, that we're going to start doing probably a Jag-a-thon, I would mention it. In April, for the most part, we're going to do a lot of, different things. We'll find out different topics to discuss and everything because of the path to the draft and whatnot. And I'm still wondering why I'm up so early. Wow, I got let down today. All right. That's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Ain't no reason to, cry over spilled milk. I'd make some more calls, but if I made these calls, then it wouldn't matter because I wouldn't be talking about Gears. So I'm going to keep this. What it is, then I'm going to wrap this up and say this. If you played Gears 1 and you played Gears 2 and you played Gears 3 and you move over to a new developer, then the new developer needs to know what works and what doesn't. They made the campaign great. They added additional parts of the campaign, which is phenomenal. The VIP is broken because there's nothing there. Couple skins doesn't make up for the fact of $20. $20 is still $20. You give the map packs to everybody, that's fine, but where's the VIP stuff? You give us more, you give us double XP, that's wonderful, but some people don't play just to level up. Beast mode's broken. Horde mode's broken. Free-for-all is fun. Execution is still just execution. Team deathmatch is still just team deathmatch. The bigger maps is wonderful, but the ease of use in the maps is something to be reckoned of. The weapon variations, the more weapons to choose from as far as variations in the map is great. It adds to the excitement, but the excitement is killed when everybody just melees each other. So, while this is a good game, on the other hand, something needs to be done. And if it's not done this game, then it needs to be done on the next Gears. Otherwise, the fan base is just going to dwindle. I don't get why you can't add it. I mean, being the maker of the Bulletstorm, was an unheard game, but for the most part, but it was a good game. The ending was garbage, but outside of the ending, it was a good game. You have something that works, and you want to add your own elements to it, to add into it, that's fine. But Gears is just not feeling like Gears anymore. And I understand that, they've had turmoil in Epic and some people have left, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it should be killed. I mean, at this point, they should have just released, in my eyes, they should have released the campaign, released the free-for-all and the team deathmatch, and worked on the other modes until they got it right. But that's just my opinion. I'm just one normal guy, and you've been listening to Tailtown Radio. I'm going to cut it out short if more people show up out of the blue. Once again, that number is 917-889-7873. I give it about another 2 minutes. If somebody shows up, then we'll continue talking. Otherwise, I'm going to cut it short. If other people get on later or in a little while, then I may reopen it so stay tuned if I reopen it. But like I said, I'll give it 2 more minutes here. And during that time, I'm going to talk about us as a whole. Teal Time went from, in February, we had, and this is not including the people that stream. There's plenty of people that stream our shows, probably not on Easter morning at 9 a.m., but nonetheless, we went from 50 downloads in February, and we've got over 400 in March. And I've got more advertising ideas for April, and I've got different show ideas, as well as I really need to bring back more Jag stuff, because this is it was originally made to be mainly about the Jags. But there really hasn't been too much going on, but there's still enough to talk about something. I'm sure some other people have talked about and whatnot. But as far as us, we are now on everything you can imagine. We are on iTunes. We're on Amazon Marketplace or Google Marketplace. We're on Slacker Radio. We're on Double Twist. We're on the old Zoom. We're doing, we're on mobile apps, as well as we have a website, tealtimeradio.com. We have our buddy Craig, who does some content here and there. We're podcasters for the most part, not bloggers. And we have our, show Happy Hour. We did a TNA thing, which didn't turn out bad. We're having more. And every Monday night after Lizard Lick, we do our own review on the show, probably at like 11, 12 o'clock at night. And later in the month, we're doing, we're having a big draft thing, and whether one person shows up, 5 people show up, 50 people show up, 100 people show up, 3,000, whatever. We're doing a draft day thing, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We're doing 3-hour shows all through the draft. So if you want to talk about who the Jags draft or any other team, welcome to come to it. And if you listen to this on Libsyn, we do interactive shows on Blog Talk Radio under Teal, T-E-A-L, space, time, T-I-M-E, space, radio, R-A-D-I-O. And you're welcome to listen to any of our interactive shows anytime. Once again, that's on Blog Talk Radio. But the Gears of the War-a-thon didn't end up too much of a Gears of War-a-thon as originally predicted, but it's Easter Sunday. So I'm going to give people some slack and whatnot and say, well, stuff happens, and I guess we'll do a part 2, which is more in depth when we can find out when I find out what's going on with people and what happened. All right, so thank you for your time. And as always, you're welcome to donate. We have a donation box on our website, but we don't force people to donate or anything like that. We do have great merchandise coming in the future, maybe some hats, stickers, or something at affordable prices. If you listen to the show, you want to, something cool, we'll take care of you. We're going to have a contest eventually when we can do it, and it's just a whole lot of fun. Sorry about that. Stay tuned. Normally, Chris is with me, but it looks like she went back to bed, which I don't blame her. But I'm going to conclude this and say, Gears of War, what have you done? You're taking our great game, revamped the campaign, and broke what didn't need to be fixed in the multiplayer. Shame on you. Everyone, have a good day.